As I always say, if someone's really into you, they're gonna, you know what I mean? If they're really into you and they really want to know you and they really want to get to know you or whatever, then they're gonna make an effort. And he's not making any effort. He's just like, well, whatever happens, basically.
Exactly. So then yesterday, let me add on this. Yesterday he calls me, and I was dumb enough to pick up the phone because I was actually sleeping, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm just trying to, I'm so sorry. I just want to try to make things right." He was like, "I know I stood you up twice, and I really did fall asleep, and the time has just been wrong, and yada yada yada." So then he was like, "Well, in 2 weeks or a week and a half, whatever, he's going up to Maine." He invited me with him.
If you're gonna go with him, you need to make sure you have the tickets in hand with your name on them first. You've got reservations at a place up there to stay, and you've got spending money or some shit, because that's ridiculous.
I'm not gonna go.
I don't blame you.
I'm not. I mean, because we've met, a few times and hung out a few times, but I don't know him. Like, I don't want to say that being around him makes me uncomfortable, because that's not the case. But it's like I don't know him enough. I don't trust him enough. You know what I mean?
Why should you?
So I was like, because the last thing I want to do is take my ass up to Maine, and I'm stranded up there.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, no, I'm just not gonna go. Plus, I don't want to go to Maine. It's too fucking cold up there.
It is beautiful.
Now, if you would have said, like, California, that probably would be a little different.
Oh, but, okay. So that's all about location then.
For me, it is.
Geography. Okay.
Exactly. So, no, I'm not going to go. He's texted me a few times. And
did you tell him that you're not going, and did you tell him why, or did you just say, I'm not going to go?
I told him that I wasn't going to go, and I told him it was because I just didn't feel comfortable going.
For me, I know when I was dating and stuff, I'm always been this way. I was always a straight shooter. Like, I don't like you. Sorry, that way. Bye. Whatever. Or I like you. Let's hang out more. I want to get to know you. Whatever. I was always very straightforward. And most guys are not like that. They're game players and shit like that. And I was always very straightforward. So whenever I gave people a reason for not doing something, I would tell them exactly why. Because to me, I was always like, well, maybe it'll help them in the future, in their future relationships, not be an asshole. And so I'm thinking, you need to tell this guy, look, you stood me up twice or whatever he did, and, you didn't call me for 4 months, and after we were supposed to go on a date, how am I supposed to trust somebody like that? I would be all, that's me, because I'm verbose like that. But do you think...
No, I did tell, I told him all of that, and I was just like, I was like...
So what was his response then?
He was just like, well, I'm just trying to make things right. And,
whatever.
The generic shit.
Next.
But so that's just my thing. He asked me to go. I told him no, and I just told him that I didn't feel comfortable. And I think he took a little bit of offense to it.
Well,
I think he was trying to, I think in his mind, he was implying that I was trying to say that he was like a danger to me or something. And that's not really what it was. It was just more like,
does he speak English?
Like what? That
I'm serious.
The shade
started.
I'm serious. I'm saying that
he speaks perfectly.
I'm saying is that his okay. I'm saying that I didn't mean that in a shady way.
See, you pulled a Donald Trump move.
That's not what I meant. I was saying that because
now you're gonna have a whole bunch of people that's gonna leave.
Maybe if
posts talking about
English is not his first language, I thought maybe he was missing the nuances of what you were trying to say. He was taking it the wrong way. And so that's what I was getting at. Not that he's Hispanic and must not speak English. That's not what I meant.
No, it's too late.
Whatever.
You pulled a Donald Trump move. We're going to get hate mail now.
Whatever.
All I know is you have given that boy way too much damn attention.
Yes.
Already.
I know. And I normally have never done that before, but I was like, oh, well, that type of thing.
You want to do some Latino heat.
No. I mean, look, I've been with a Latino before. That ain't it. But it was just there was chemistry for a moment, so I was just like, oh, okay, but
it kind of gets ruined though when you're
exactly. I'm just over it now. I'm like, I'm not interested anymore.
Well, there'll be somebody else next, whatever.
So
whatever. You need to get on Periscope.
I actually downloaded the app, but I
haven't used it yet.
I have yet to use it.
You need to get on Periscope. You can meet people there. I meet people all the time around the world from there. And,
so you're encouraging him to get in like a long distance relationship with somebody in like Egypt. No, you need to get on Tinder
or Grindr or whatever it's called.
No,
Grindr's too racist for me.
Wait, what are the ones now? Which ones are out there now?
It just depends on what you're looking for.
Because when I was dating, Grindr was not even available yet. Okay, so I don't even
There's
know.
a lot. I mean, you have Scruff, Plenty of
It just-
Fish.
It just depends on what you're looking for.
Growler,
Plenty of Fish
Jack,
is more.
Tinder,
Yeah.
Grinder.
Plenty of Fish is what?
Plenty of Fish is more of like looking for a serious relationship, as is Tinder. But Tinder's like a little bit, I'd say, like 23 to 42.
Okay,
Grinder's
you
more
know way
like.
too much demographic information about
Oh,
this
okay.
shit.
Grinder's more like 15 to 40, and that's obviously like a sex. Like, that's-
15?
yes, there are.
Oh yeah, that when I did have my Grinder app, there were people in there that were like 14 years old.
Oh,
you gotta see IDs on Grinder.
I was doing all that when I was that age, but to me now, at 40 years old, that just seems appalling. I'm sorry.
No, I mean no.
Yeah,
I mean
you gotta check IDs on there.
Oh wow.
no. There was
Yeah.
there was this guy like 2 years ago when I had Grinder, and he was just like, I was like, how old are you? He was like, I just turned 16. I was like, block. I'm like, I ain't about to have Chris Hansen walk through my door. Exactly. But no, it was just no Grinder. Plus, Grinder is people. Some people on Grinder send some very racist text messages.
What, like no blacks?
No. I got on there one time and I sent this guy. I was just like, it was a white guy, and I was like, hey, how's it going? That's literally all I sent.
Uh-huh.
And he was just like, I don't like tar babies.
Ooh! Oh my
No
god!
lie. And then he blocked me. And I was
Oh.
like, what the fuck? Only thing I said was hello. Or I also got the
Oh.
one that said, I just said hello. Most time when I was on Grindr, most time I was getting on a hookup, even though I know technically Grindr's like a hookup thing. I was just on there for conversation because most time I don't want to meet those motherfuckers anyway. But I got on there one time and I said hello to somebody, and he was just like, no blacks, and then blocked me. Or they'll get one and he says something like, why would I want to get with a nigger like you?
Oh my god! Are you
They say-
serious?
Yes, when you're a minority, they say some hateful shit on there. I'm telling you.
No! Don't talk to me like I don't know what it's like to be. I mean, I may not be black 100%, but I am half black, and I've had my own share of things like that. But not to that extent, like that kind of hurtful. Just like
oh no,
that's-
they say some. Well, it's not hurtful because like to me, it's I don't.
You know what
consider-
I mean? I mean, just like crass, rude, horrible.
Yeah, they
racist
can say
things.
some pretty awful shit.
That's incredibly. That is really. But I mean, that's about them. It's not about you.
Yeah, yes. My thing is that I wasn't even upset about it. I just kind of laughed it off because I was like, first of all, I don't know you bitches. So, but my thing, I was like, really? I'm like, you say that just because I said a simple hello to you, and they were just like, that type of thing. And then I've heard someone say that they didn't want to get with me because black people have AIDS. I can go on and on and on about some shit that people have said on Grindr. They're like, I don't get what black people.
So
black
this has
people
been
have AIDS.
specific to Grindr mostly.
Yeah, no, all of this has been on Grindr.
Wow.
I've heard someone say, well, not heard someone say, someone has sent me a message on Grindr saying that they tend not to want to hook up or socialize with black people because black people tend to steal things.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And even one person referred to me as colored. And I was like, English lesson? I was like, okay, here's an English lesson for you. No one says colored anymore. They say some pretty. I mean, it's now. I mean, now I look back on it. I mean, it's very, very funny. I mean, because none of it was hurtful to me because I'm just like, this is shit I've already heard.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, really? I'm like, so. He was like, well, I got together with this one black guy years ago, and he stole money from me.
So all black guys are going to steal from you.
I just really I just really not.
You know what you should say? You should
But
say.
he didn't even say black guys. He just said he don't want to socialize with black people, whether you're a man or a woman.
You know what you should say?
I'm like, you gonna rule out an entire race based on what one
You
person
should say no. You should say, well, there was this guy named Hitler. He was white and he killed millions of people, and so I don't associate with white people anymore. I mean, it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, people say some crazy, crazy, crazy stuff.
Wow.
that was a really good
Or
impact on
it'll
it.
be the complete opposite to where they'll be like, how big is your dick?
Well, yeah.
Or
That's it. But don't you know that's so true? I mean, we're almost out of time, but I got to tell you that that's true because I mean, you know. I'm not saying you know, like don't you know? I'm saying you know because I know you know that a lot of people who are gay men who have a thing for black guys just look at black guys as a big dick, right?
As
or
a fetish.
Exactly, or they want to be dominated by them or whatever, as opposed to looking at them as a human being. Or they're just really racist, like you were saying. So it's really hard for you to find somebody in between.
Exactly. It's either far left or far right.
So ridiculous. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. Well, fuck Grindr then. Don't go on there anymore.
Just be thankful that you're married, Donovan.
I am thankful. Trust me. I've never, ever in my life, ever, when I was dating, I fucking hated it. Hated it. It was a fucking game playing motherfuckers and shit like that. Oh,
well,
fuck them.
It's about 10 times worse now.
I'm telling you, one thing I cannot stand is people who play fucking games and fake and shit like that. Like I said, I'm very straightforward. I'm like, I like you, I don't like you, fuck off, whatever. And they were always like, oh, I like you, and like didn't treat you like shit. And fuck you. Yeah, no.
Or they'll be like, oh, I'm really into you. That you never hear.
That's
from
what I mean. Yes, I mean shit like that.
Yeah, that happens now.
Or they'll sleep with you. Or they'll sleep with you, and then they want to sleep with you again, but they don't want to do anything. I mean, they don't want to go out with you or whatever. I mean, it's just what fuck them. Fuck people. Men suck, man. This is what. See. I don't like. I'm so glad I'm married because I hated that shit. I hated it. Can't you tell?
It happens.
Yeah, and you got you a cute little husband there, Donovan. I may or may not have been creeping y'all's Facebook page.
He's a sweetie too. He's a sweetie. Yeah. I love him very much.
Me a sweetie pie.
I haven't seen your husband. I'm about to get on your Facebook.
Have you not been on my? You're on my Facebook page, ho.
I know, but I'm just saying I haven't been on. I mean, I've been on there, but I haven't seen pictures of your husband.
He's on everywhere, but okay, whatever. Anyway, so it's like time to go now. So I want to thank you for listening to the show tonight. Thank you so much. And I want to say hi to people who listened in the chat room tonight. Thank you for listening. And to those other people listening on Spreaker, wherever you're listening from, thank you so much. We'll be back next Tuesday at the same time, 9 p.m. Central, with me, Donovan, and
Christian. And next weekend's Thanksgiving weekend, right?
Oh yeah.
So we'll have to put something really thankful together.
Something special. Yeah. Yes, very special. Okay, so we'll talk to you all later. Jason, you want to say where you can find more about you?
Yes, you can find me. Well, I don't do anything like that, but
Twitter.
You can find me on Twitter. It's Jason be like. It's Jason_BE_like.
And Christian?
You can find me at ChristianAlexanderFashion.com. That's my website. Christian Craven on Instagram and Twitter.
And me, you can find it at offlimitshow.com. And I'll be back next week with everybody. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.